Good morning, Miss Coulter.
I doing silly faces.
Say good morning.
No, I want to do the dinosaur one. The morning is food. Ah!
Say it.
The morning is food. I want to make
Session 2 of 1 John. We write you now about something that has always existed. We have heard. We have seen with our own eyes. We have watched and we have touched with our hands. We write to you about the word that gives life. Hey, Jasmine. How you doing today?
What do you mean?
How are you doing today?
It's snowing!
Well, it did snow yesterday, didn't it? And today it's frosty. Did that make you excited?
Uh-huh.
Did it make you happy?
Uh-huh.
So, Jazzy, why does John talk about senses like hearing and seeing?
Because that is their 1,000 senses.
But why does he talk about his senses?
Because he had his 1,000 senses, and he put all of his 1,000 senses on top of Jesus' head.
That's right. He touched Jesus, didn't he? So, Jasmine, why?
What?
Why is John talking about the senses?
Because he wanted people to actually think that he was true.
To actually think that it was true, or to actually know that he was telling the
know
truth?
that he was telling the truth.
That's right. He wanted them to know that he was with Jesus and had the authority to teach about Jesus. So, Jasmine, what is the good news?
The good news is, the gospel.
And what is the gospel?
Gospel is the
Gospel.
whenever Jesus died and rose from the dead.
But what makes that special?
Because if we would have died, then we would have been separated from God. So that God had to die.
That's right. Yeah. He gives us forever life with God, doesn't he? He makes it so we can be with God. So, Jasmine, John wants us to have fellowship with God. What is fellowship?
Fellowship is whenever a bunch of fellows and gals get together and then they walk onto the Santa Maria.
What is the Santa Maria?
A boat.
Well, you're kind of right, because,
Fellowship.
well,
Fellowship.
it's actually not about a ship, but it is about doing life together with friends and enjoying being together. And I guess that the people on the Santa Maria, I certainly hope they were enjoying life together, because they were on it for a long time, weren't they? So, Jasmine, what is joy? It doesn't look like you're joyful right now. What is joy?
Cookie happy.
Well, you were telling me about tiny cookies. Tell me about tiny cookies.
Because like teensy tiny cookies, you eat them and then it lasts for 100,000 years.
A teeny tiny cookie lasts for 100,000 years?
Yeah?
Oh, that's not what you told me.
A little teensy tiny cookie, you eat it and then you're like, oh, I'm sad. Where's another cookie?
Yeah.
The cookies are gone out of the packet.
It doesn't leave you with much joy, does it? Yeah, joy is the best kind of happy. It lasts a whole lot longer than tiny cookies. Hey, but wait a second. Is it wrong to want to be happy?
No!
Nope. God wants us to be happy, but he wants us to be the best kind of happy. And that comes from being with him, not teeny tiny cookies.
Teeny, teeny cookies!
So, Jazzy, tell me some things that make you cookie happy.
Eating a banana peel.
A banana peel? That's silly. I think being silly makes you happy.
Eating the microwave.
I think being silly makes you happy. And cookies probably make you happy. What's your favorite kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
And what's your favorite kind of candy?
Lemon heads.
And what's your favorite sweet treat of all?
A ginormous cake.
What kind of cake? What flavor of cake?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
So, what are some things that make you hug happy, like deep, deep joy happy?
Chickens not dying all the time.
Yeah, we lost some chickens, didn't we? And that made us sad. We lost some of our baby chickens. So it gives us joy whenever they live, when they're healthy.
But at least the big chickens didn't get hit by the frost or anything.
Yeah, thankfully they stayed warm. What are some...
Whenever I went over there to the chicken yard, they were all cuddled up in a big circle together.
And that kept them warm, didn't it? So what are some other things that make you hug happy, that give you joy?
Hugging Mama's stinky foot.
You're silly.
Okay. The light bulbs staying light. The blender blending the strawberries down.
The blender blending the strawberries gives you joy. What's one more thing that gives you deep, great joy?
Crazy stuff. Like soda. And the script.
The script? That's not really a script.
I don't know
It
why
kind of
I'm
is.
calling it a script.
It kind of is a script.
I don't know why I'm calling it a script. What is it?
So, does it give you joy to count the Omer? Today is day 6 of counting the Omer.
Yeah, because at Omer, we're going to get to go to Chinese Dairy Barn.
Yeah. To celebrate Pentecost, Shavuot, we will...
Dairy Barn. Corona crazies.
Yeah, everything's closed right now, but it gives us great joy as we count the Omer and pray that when Pentecost comes, everything will hopefully be open. That's what we're praying for. And we're also praying that God's Spirit will be poured out for a great awakening so that people will come to know Him and love Him.
Bye, Miss Coulter.
Bye-bye, Miss Coulter.